Banning the import of Russian oil is gaining support among lawmakers in Washington, D.C.
Alex Cameron is following that story for us from our News on 6 Washington Bureau.
The Biden administration and Democrats on the Hill were hoping to avoid sanctions that would throw the global energy market into even greater turmoil. But Russia's increasingly brutal attacks have caused that hope to evaporate. Russian attacks on civilians, potentially a war crime, have spurred an about-face on banning Russian oil imports.
It's something the administration's looking at very seriously.
And not just the administration, but Congress is also in the mix.
I think there's very strong bipartisan support to cut off Russian oil and gas sales to the United States.
The U.S. currently imports about 600,000 barrels of crude oil and petroleum products daily from Russia, a small percentage of the 20.6 million barrels the U.S. consumes each day. Still, it's money that Oklahoma members would rather not be sending to Vladimir Putin.
Because all we're doing is feeding the beast, so to speak. We're feeding his war machine that we're watching in action right now in Ukraine.
And everyone knows that the way to be able to lessen the influence of Putin is to not allow him to have active customers that feed him billions of dollars.
Of course, banning Russian oil would likely only send crude oil prices higher, increasing the pain Americans are already feeling at the pump. It's a price, though, many feel we may need to be willing to pay.
How about we cut that off immediately? We say, hey, we're not spending another dime with you. Don't send another ship here. Stop. We're going to put our people to work.
And that's generally what Oklahoma members want to see as part of a ban, a renewed commitment from the Biden administration to domestic energy production so that the U.S. and Europe can be less dependent on Russia for oil. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.